Each member is acknowledging that they are attending the meeting via Zoom and that they are located in Wayne County, Michigan, unless otherwise stated when I call your name. Judge Williams.
Here.
Pastor Williams.
Here.
Miss Robinson. Commander Slappy. Judge Prentice Edwards. Mr. Howard. Chief Dunlap.
Present.
Miss Schomburger. Mr. Sharikian.
I'm present, but let me note also, Madam Chair, that Judge Braxton just called me. He's having a hard time getting in. I don't know why there's a problem here, but perhaps Ebony can help us out.
Ebony, are you able to help them out?
I see Judge Braxton's name. Is it that he's not connected to the audio? Because it says that it's showing that he's present.
Well, he just called me, so.
Did he? Okay, I'll resend the link.
Okay, thank you.
I saw that.
You did see it. It looks like it's coming from behind. The boiler from upstairs.
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
Madam Chair, I've resent the link to Judge Braxton.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Is this Judge Braxton?
Nope, this is Norris Howard.
Oh, Norris, how you doing? So
I'm
do we
fine. How are you?
do we have a quorum yet, Ebony?
Recording in progress.
Yes, as long as Judge Braxton's audio has connected properly.
Okay.
Judge Braxton, can you test your mic, please?
Judge Braxton is talking to me on his cell, Ms. McCann. And can you try to hit your mic? Can you hit your mic, David? He's trying to hit his mic and he's not succeeding.
Madam Clerk, can you see if you can
I think we need you.
provide Judge Braxton access to his mic, if you can unmute him?
Hold on.
So it doesn't appear that Judge Braxton has his audio connected. There's no option to mute or unmute him. I just see video.
So in that instance, what should he do? Should he rejoin the Zoom?
Maybe you should step out and then redial the Zoom number. Maybe
That might help.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna mute and give him that number again and have him do that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Is he on a phone calling in or is he on a computer?
Yes, he's saying that the host will let him in, is what is coming up on his screen.
Okay.
He notes that he can hear what people are saying at the meeting. I hope that's sufficient.
Yeah, I guess it's sufficient, but he's going to have to cast a vote, you know.
Well, I can be the conduit, Madam Chair, if you choose.
I can't answer that question. Why don't we get started since he can hear us?
You just listen
And
to
then-
the beginning.
And perhaps he can work out the problem. Yeah.
Okay, you just listen up, okay, Dave? Thanks.
Madam Chair, I do see a microphone option now for Judge Braxton, and
Okay.
I'm clicking to ask him to unmute. I don't know if anything pops up on his end, but
It's not popping up on his end, he says.
okay.
He says he'll just listen if it please the Madam Chair.
All right. Why don't we get started making the presentation?
Madam Chair, would you like me to call the roll again now that we've had a couple people join?
Yes, I would.
Okay. Each member is acknowledging that they are attending the meeting via Zoom and that they are located in Wayne County, Michigan, unless otherwise stated when I call your name. Judge Williams.
Sorry, here.
Thank you. Pastor Williams.
Present.
Thank you. Miss Robinson is still, I believe, absent. Commander Slappy has not joined either. Judge Prentice Edwards.
Present.
Thank you. Mr. Howard.
Present.
Chief Dunlap.
Present.
Ms. Schomburger has not joined yet. Mr. Sharikian.
Present.
Judge Braxton.
He's present as well.
And Chair Clark Coleman.
Here.
We do have a quorum.
Okay. Why don't we get started?
We're moving on
So-
to
Yeah. And then
Sorry.
we'll move now to item number B.
item
From
B, remarks.
from the chair.
Yep.
And I have no remarks. Thank you.
We are moving on to item C, approval of the October 12th, 2021 meeting minutes.
Can I have a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
Been properly moved and supported. Are there questions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those
Aye.
opposed? Those opposed? The motion carries. Madam Clerk, next item.
We're moving past item D, unfinished business, to item E, new business. Item E1, review and approval of the fiscal year 2021 year-end report.
Okay, so Ebony, who's gonna?
Yes, I will. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Okay,
If you may, can you share that report that I sent over to you earlier? Thank you so much. Can you go to the tab that is labeled before this sanctions? So there should be a tab, maybe the second tab, I believe, on the Excel document.
Yep, sorry, let me pull up the Excel document.
Thank you. So as she's pulling up the Excel document, I will definitely just like to thank you all for agreeing to meet such short notice. As I indicated in the email, this report has to be reviewed and approved by this honorable body before it is submitted to Michigan Department of Corrections. It does not require commission approval. The report goes over and it just lists the expenditures that Wayne County Adult Community Corrections utilized during fiscal year 2021. It outlines the programs that were funded under the Comprehensive Plans and Services Grant the number of enrollments the fiscal year, and the number of successful and unsuccessful completions. I will share that we utilized roughly $858,000 fiscal year 2021. And as a result, we are returning, unfortunately, $1,545,000 back to the Michigan Department of Community Corrections.
Wow.
Yeah, it definitely does hurt. But I can say that the underutilization definitely was not in part by any of our providers. We unfortunately all have experienced challenges with providing services amidst the pandemic. And so that is one of the main takeaways, while everyone definitely, our heartfelt condolences. I don't know if we really took into account the impact or long-term impact that this would have on programs and services as such.
Now, before you go any further,
yes, ma'am.
We just got an email or something from our commission attorney.
Okay.
And did anyone else see that come across their screen?
No.
Madam Chair, I sent that to your personal to your cell phone. No one else.
Oh, why don't you? Okay. Well, why don't you just share it with the members?
You want everybody to know.
Right.
Well, no, it's what we need to know.
Well, so this is Felicia. I'm counsel to the commission. Disclaimer that we're not counsel to this body, but I was advising Madam Chairwoman, that for all the votes to count, specifically Judge Braxton, he needs to be heard by members and the public. So I know that he was on the phone with someone. If that individual can put their phone up to the mic so that at least he can be heard, so his vote can count. Because it has to be heard.
This is Attorney Chirikian, and I'm going to put my phone on speaker so that you all can hear him when he votes. All right?
Oh,
does that satisfy you?
Sounds good.
All right, thank
Felicia,
you.
Felicia, will that be fine? Felicia, are you still there?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button.
Okay. So will that work, Felicia?
Yes, that'll work.
Okay, fine. Okay, then we can move on.
Thank you. So as it pertains to Paige, the program in column number 1, that's the program that operates inside of the Wayne County Jail. Fiscal year 2021, we enrolled 21 participants and 23 participants, and 22 successfully completed, with the total expenditure utilization of $25,228. Unfortunately, we didn't have any enrollments for any of the Detroit Wayne Integrated Health Network programs. That contract was significantly delayed as a result of the challenges that DWIN had this fiscal year with their staff, and the contract wasn't executed until August. And so we were just unable to enroll anyone in that particular program. The request has been or will be to commission to continue those services with those same vendors and providers this fiscal year. And I guess the benefit is that we received our award for fiscal year 2022 a lot sooner than we did last year. And as a result, it has been entered into P2P. For our jail-based domestic violence program, which is column number 3, we only enrolled 9 participants. 4 were successful. The remaining 5 are currently engaging in programming inside of the jail. The community-based batterers intervention, which is domestic violence, we provided service to 43 defendants who carried over from the previous fiscal year. So who carried over from fiscal year 2020, and we enrolled 49 in fiscal year 2021. 50 were successful. 13 were unsuccessful. The average length of stay for the successful defendants was 112 days, while the average length of stay for unsuccessful was 105 days. ETRS, column number 5, the drunk driver jail reduction curriculum, which takes place outside of the jail. We provided service to 6 defendants who carried over from fiscal year 2020, enrolled 46. 3 were successful, 8 were unsuccessful, and the remaining defendants continue to engage in programming. The Wayne County Sheriff, that column number 6 is a 5-day housing option. We admitted 41 new enrollments. All 41 of those defendants were then enrolled into the drunk driver jail reduction program. The CDU unit, virtually, column number 7, were able to assess 6,209 Wayne County defendants. So inmates that were admitted into the Wayne County Jail. Mr. Cadez, who was on the line, participated in the Zoom court proceedings, 6,209 of those, and was able to determine or assess whether or not those defendants were eligible for our programming. If they were eligible for programming, a recommendation was issued or presented to the defense and prosecuting attorneys, who then advocated on behalf of the defendant whether or not the judge would sentence them to community corrections programs. Column number 8, apprehension. The enrollments in the specialty court programs were significantly low this year as well. I mean, that's our targeted population for the apprehension unit. We were able to, we received 32 referrals for apprehension, of which most were successfully apprehended. I did not include that number in this report, but I do receive a monthly report from the Wayne County Sheriff's Office in regards to their apprehension efforts. The column number 9, GPS tether. We provided service, GPS tether service to 128 defendants who carried over from fiscal year 2020 and enrolled an additional 189 for this fiscal year. So the GPS tether division was one unit, or the only unit that actually was on target to utilize or exceed its utilization this fiscal year. The state requires us to be at or around 60%, and so we were at 60%. And so that is good. I look forward to that number increasing in fiscal year 2022. Gagny, can you go to the next sanctions page tab, please? The next page only has one program, and it's Black Family Development. If she's unable to pull it up, I know their total utilization was $14,000. I didn't add it. So they expended $14,000 for fiscal year 2021. There were 13 carryovers from fiscal year 2020. They enrolled or admitted 27 new defendants in fiscal year 2021. Again, they did not meet their utilization. None of them met their utilization except for tether, as I indicated, and looked like DDJR. That is the extent of the report. There were other contractual conditions that were listed. MDOC wanted to know if we had met our contractual conditions. The contractual conditions required us to change program language, which we did change that program language and had to resubmit the actual program descriptions prior to receiving the funds last fiscal year. So we successfully satisfied all of those requests. And so are there any questions as it pertains to this report in moving forward into fiscal year 2022?
Are there any questions from members?
No.
Okay, then we'll move on. So what do you need now,
Madam Chair, the report needs to be, you have to vote on it.
You need a motion?
Yes, I need a motion, yes.
Okay, can we have a motion?
Motion to approve the report.
Do I have a support?
Support.
Okay, it's been properly moved and supported to receive this report. If there are no other questions on the motion, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Can you hear me? Aye.
Any opposition? Any nays? Hearing none, the motion carries. Madam Clerk, next item.
We're moving on to item F, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the board.
Okay, do I have any? I haven't been aware, I'm not aware of any other. So we'll move on to the next one.
We're moving on to item G, public comments.
Okay, are we unmuted here? If not, can you please unmute so I can call for public comments?
Everyone has been asked to unmute.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone from the public who would like to make a comment at this time? Please speak if you would like to make one. Second, is there anyone from the public who would like to make a comment at this time? Number two, your last chance is now. Is there anyone from the public who would like to make a comment at this particular time? Okay, Madam Clerk, next item.
We're moving on to item H, adjournment.
Do I have a motion?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Before we go to adjournment, I'm sorry. Did we have to do a roll call vote on that item that we just passed? Or no? Ebony? Did we have to do a roll call vote on the the report?
I'm not sure if a roll call vote is needed. The only request from MDOC is that the CCAB board reviews and approves the document before it's submitted.
Okay, then we'll move on to adjournment. Did I get a motion to adjourn?
Yes, ma'am. Move to adjourn.
Support? Do I support?
Support.
Okay, it's been properly moved and supported that we adjourn. This meeting is adjourned.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, one and all.
All right.
Everybody have a good
Stay
weekend.
safe, everyone.
Thank you. Have a nice
See you
weekend.
later. All right now.
Bye-bye.